Hey,
Any other?
Joe,
Go
I got
ahead.
a question.
Sure.
So you talk about how many people in your network sees your posts, but I'm just trying to piece everything together. Okay, and I do a lot of posts, but then I get most of the time any kind of reactions that I get are from people I already know. It's all my first connections. So and then beyond that, I have this other problem. I have first connections that are more people like me. I'm not. They won't buy a single thing from me. So I don't really know where I should go with what I need to do. Does that make any
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, totally, totally. So the question is, what do you need to do? Like, what would you like? What does success look like for Tom?
Well, success for me looks like getting people of the persona that I created, but unless so I got my dashboard. I'm starting to pull down my connections to look at my dashboard to see who fits in that, or should I go looking for more? Should I keep posting so that somebody that's not on my network finds me?
So LinkedIn is a
What
networking platform, Tom.
was
Okay.
that?
Which means if these 7 people that like this stuff know how they can help you, it's likely that they're going to help you if they know how they can help you. But if I asked Nedra, one of your first degree connections, I said, how can you help Tom? I don't know that Nedra knows that. I don't know
Right.
that Frederick knows how he can help you. I don't know
Okay.
that Jay knows how he can help you. I don't know that Todd knows how he can help you. But these are all people that need to know how they can help you. So if they like something, that means they like you. So you
Okay.
can get on the phone with these people and say, hey, do you know anybody of blah, blah, blah? Do you know anybody that's an operations manager on a manufacturing and whatever? Be like, yeah, I know 3. Would you like an email intro? Oh, that would be fantastic. And that's how I get on the phone with people. I don't get on the phone with people because my target market is liking my stuff. No, it's nice if my target market likes my stuff, but LinkedIn is a networking platform. You stay top of mind with your network that knows who your target market is, that look out for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, but usually a lot of them not only are they my colleagues, but they're also in the same game. They're holding on to their leads because that's their leads,
Right.
right?
And if they're in the same game, do they sometimes speak to somebody they don't want to work with?
They won't. I don't know if they're that open. Yeah.
Yeah, some people are. Not everybody is, but some people are. I speak to lots. I mean, let's give Linda an example, right? Linda, have you ever come across a 53-year-old woman that you absolutely don't want to work with?
Many, yes, of course.
Many. And so what do you do if somebody wants to work with you, but you don't want to work with them because they don't have the same values as you? You would send them to another coach, right? That's maybe even a competitor of yours. You're happy to do that. Same thing will happen with Tara. Same thing will happen with Trisha. Trisha, have you ever worked with a person who you're like, I'm not going to deal with this person?
For the first time, it just happened.
Okay. And it's going to happen more and more and more the more clients you speak to. So Tom, connecting with your competitors is one of the best sources of revenue for me in my business. I connect with my competitors and I send them business I don't want. They're not bad business. They're just not for me. And what ends up happening is they end up sending me business they don't want or they can't handle. Maybe there's a talk that they can't do. They'll like to send you. Maybe there's a client that they can't handle because it's outside their geographic area, but it's not far from your geographic area. There's lots of reasons why your competitors would want to send you, but maybe you're in the mindset that you wouldn't want to send them anything. And that's a mindset that you can change for yourself. And when you find somebody that doesn't want to do business with you or that you don't want to do business with them, what you can do is say, hey, why don't you speak to this other guy who's similar to me, who does exactly what I do, and I'm friendly with him on LinkedIn and blah, blah, blah. And that competitor will be like, wow, Tom's an awesome guy. He just sent me a potential client. You might be an angry client, but that's fine. I like angry people.
So did you find someone for the guy that didn't like your rapping to go to?
He hung up on me. I wanted to send him to somebody. I have a competitor that likes dealing with angry people. But you know, the guy hung up on me, you know, so it didn't work out.
Too bad.
Yeah, but I would have sent him to somebody. And I have lots of people that would work almost with anybody and would be so grateful to me. And there are some people that are so hungry, they're so starving for business even though my business is where it is, I'm not that starving. I know I'm thinking of ahead. I'd rather my employees not get bogged down by somebody who's going to suck the life out of them for a couple $1,000 a month. It's just not worth it for me in my business, in the way that I think. So if somebody doesn't have the right personality, I mean, I had somebody who wanted to spend $15,000 a month with us that owned a pet supply company. It wasn't pet supply. It was extermination. It was the opposite of pet supply. They have over 100 employees, and I'm sure they weren't as affected as COVID as we were, or as many of our clients were. But the guy was so mean. He was so mean. He was such a mean person. He was so like nasty. And so I told my team, I was like, is this an ideal client? They're like, well, we need the revenue. And I said, how would you feel if you worked with this person based on his personality? What do you think will happen? They're like, we're probably going to be on our toes the whole time and be feeling bad about ourselves personally, but we'll do it because we have to. We'll take one for the team. And I said, no, we're not going to do it. We'll find another client. And so they were really happy. And I was really happy too, because my team is more important to me than anything else, because if I lose the team, then I'm not going to be able to even pick up new clients. And that's one thing I did not know when I started my business. I did not know that. I didn't know about Tom. I didn't know about friending competitors. I was afraid of competitors. I was like, everybody's a competitor, right? And I was also taking any client, I would say, just work with it. It's fine. Deal with it. And that wasn't the right attitude, because I ended up losing really great employees because of really bad clients.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not against each other. We're kind of like all working towards the same thing. So everyone's trying to also get business, right? So
help them by giving them some LinkedIn tips. Help them out. You're going to see that the more business you can fill up their pipeline of business, they're not going to be able to do anything with the new business they get. So if you support them and you fill them up, there's a limit to how many clients they could have. So once they have 3 or 4 clients, they're just too busy. They're like, here, Tom, just take this guy, take the other guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah,
I like that.
And they also might have a relative, listen to this. They also might have a relative, and this happened to me. They might have a relative that they don't want to work with. I had a guy who ran a marketing agency, and his father-in-law had a very successful manufacturing company. And his father-in-law wanted him to do his marketing, but he did not like his father-in-law. He didn't even like his wife. And he didn't want to work with his father-in-law. So this is what he did. He called me up, one of his competitors, and he said, Joe, can you do me a favor? I said, sure, what? He's like, I have this really big manufacturing plant that needs marketing. I said, why don't you take it? He's like, it's my father-in-law. I said, enough said. And we ended up getting a really big account, a very significant account from a competitor. Again, this happens over and over and over. And hey, guess what? Some of your competitors might want to retire. Some of them might get injured and might not be able to deal with their clients. Some of your competitors might want to sell you their book of business for less than what it would cost to buy the book of business. So you just never know. I mean, I just had a bunch of CEOs from the Inc. 5000. We're having conversations about opportunities. One of them said, guys, now's the time to double down cold calling your competitors and letting them know that if they have work that they can't handle because they furloughed all their employees and they can't even hire them because they don't have the cash flow, you're willing to work with them for a percentage of revenue. I didn't think of reaching out to marketing agencies and say, hey, we're virtual, we're open, and we have bandwidth. Now we made a list of 100 agencies that potentially fired all their employees, but still have clients coming in that they can't handle that we can handle for them for a percentage of profit. It's a great idea. It's an opportunity. And they would love to have a conversation. And some of them might want to sell their agencies to me for rev share, for just profit, 1 times profit. Here, I don't want to be in the agency business anymore. Take the clients I have left. Give me a percentage of the profits over the next 3 years. It's a no-brainer for me, right? I'll just pick up the clients, no liabilities, just the assets, and move on. This works. This is something that works. But again, you have to know what you're looking for and realize that the relationships you have on LinkedIn, they're the ones that are going to refer business to you if they know who you're looking for. Yesterday, I did a speech and Tom, I told you what I'm looking for, right? I said, I'm looking for more virtual speaking engagements. And what did you do? You set me up with your association to do a speaking gig to people in your industry, which is going to be great. And we're going to do a dry run, and then we're going to do a thing. It's going to be amazing. And I did the same thing yesterday. People are like, Joe, what are you looking for? I said, I'm looking for virtual speaking gigs. I want to do 20 more in 2020. And I had 3 people reach out, and they're like, Joe, I have an organization. They have a $2,000 budget. They have a $4,000 budget, whatever it is, right? And they want to.
I didn't even know that was your goal, and that's what we set up, Joe.
Yeah. By the way, me and Trisha set up a webinar that we're going to be doing. So if you go to www.ajaxseating.com/webinar creation, was it webinar creation?
Yeah.
Slash webinar creation. I'm actually going to be coaching.
Can you put it in the
Trisha.
chat that we created?
Yeah, in the LinkedIn chat.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, so I know you're getting into something else. So essentially, you're just letting everyone know what you're looking for in any means that you can. Is that right?
Correct. Through DM, through conversations, through LinkedIn, through every possible way. You got to let them know what you're looking for, even if they're a competitor, especially if they're a competitor. Let them know what you're looking for. And the more niche of what you're looking for, the more likely you are to succeed.
Gotcha.
Yulia asked me to add her here, so I'm going to add her here.
And I know. Once more, I know you're getting into something else, but I'm going through your course, and I'm not. Should you continue to do what you're doing, sprinkling in any advice that I'm getting from you, Joe, or should I finish the course and then go boom? Here's everything that I've learned, and now it's a whole new me.
I would say start doing now before you finish the course. As you're doing the course, keep taking action every day. Don't hold back from taking action because you learn through experience. You don't learn by just thinking theoretical knowledge. You learn by experience. As soon as you learn something, implement it. As soon as you hear something, implement it. But learn every single day, but then start implementing things. And you don't have to get everything perfect, Tom. The reason why a lot of people ask me that question is because they want to make sure that they're doing it right.
Exactly.
You don't have to do it right. You just have to do it, and eventually you'll do it better. I always tell my son, if you want to be better at bike riding, you have to bike ride more often. He's like, but Dad, I didn't finish the training with you. I was like, part of the training is you just falling down and just going for it. Just go for it. Keep doing it. And sure, I'll correct you. I'll help you. I'll hold the seat. I'll run behind you. I'll give you a kiss when you fall. Right?
Yeah, it's a lot of it's like what is that fatal flaw? What is that where's that cliff? What absolutely should you never do would be a nice thing that you can probably share with us.
Yeah, don't sell. That's
There you
annoying.
go.
Don't sell. That's the thing you shouldn't do. Don't sell. Don't be negative. Don't be nasty. I mean, all the things you're not going to do anyway. But don't go to somebody and just start selling them. That's not something that anybody wants. If you're messaging somebody, you want to be greeting, feeding, and meeting them. You want to be building a relationship. You want to try to figure out how you can add value to them. That's the idea. Yulia, I'm looking for your LinkedIn URL and I can't find it for some reason. But if you send it to me and we're connected, I'll be happy to do that. Okay, so what are you guys going to do as a result of everything we learned today? What actions are you guys going to be taking now? Let's look at Michael Pariser right here. Send me his LinkedIn URL. Let's see what Michael Pariser is up to right now. Here's LinkedIn URL for Yulia. Let's see if I'm connected to you. Let's see. Looks like we are not connected. That's why I couldn't add you, and I couldn't even find you. Toronto, Canada. I don't even have your email, so I can't add you. But if you add me, let me see if you put your email in here. Oh, look at that. Check this out. Email results at Yulia, blah, blah, blah. So check this out. This is what I do. When I can't connect with somebody because it asks me for an email, I find their email inside their own thing, and then I do this. Isn't this cool, guys? A lot of people don't know that you can do this. Add note, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to do second degree. That's my template. I'm going to press send. And now Yulia is going to get a connection request from me, and as soon as she accepts it, I'll add her to the group. Cool. You saw that little hack? By the way, somebody just asked a question. They said, Joe, how do I add connections in mass by email? Do you guys know how to do that? Scroll here, click on My Network. Okay, you guys watching? My Network. Then on the bottom, there's a little hidden thing here called More Options. Have you guys ever noticed this? More Options. Click on More Options. See that? And then over here, you see it says Invite by Email. You see this? Like a little thing, Invite by Email. So you click on Invite by Email, and then you could put all the email addresses here separated by comma, create a message that's semi-custom, not fully custom, semi-custom. And then you just hit continue and you invite 50 people at once. I think that's cool. So if after I go to an event, I see all the 50 people, I just go, put them in here, hit continue and move on. And I just connected with 50 people. If you want to connect with 2,500 people at once, then you need to learn my Gmail hack. Do you guys know my Gmail hack? My Gmail hack is uploading thousands of email addresses to Gmail contacts. So if you go to google.com/contacts, you're able to, oh, I have to sign in again. Okay, I'm not doing that now. But let me see if I can do this from, this profile. So I have different profiles set up. Google.com/contacts. Oh, look at that. I am set up here. Let me see here.
So where do you get 2,500 email addresses?
Oh, so you could either have somebody build you a list of emails. So for me, I built a list of the Inc. 5,000 fastest growing companies in the US. And then I put it into a spreadsheet. I'll show you what that looks like here. I don't know why I have view only access here, but whatever. That's cool. I have view only access to my, because I'm not logged in. So as you can see, I have a list of all the CEOs of the Inc. 5,000, you see? 2019. So all the people that didn't connect with me, I can't even filter here because I have to re-sign in. But basically, I built a whole list, and then I filter that list, and then I create sheets. Am I connected? Am I pending? Did they reject me? Did they accept me? And I have all these CEOs, and I just mass connect with them using the Gmail hack. So I imported all this to a new Gmail account called inc5kg@gmail.com or something like that. And then I connected that Gmail account to my LinkedIn, where, I don't know where I was showing you that before. To my link to that place on LinkedIn, I just connected the Gmail and then boom. And then I press connect and 2,500 connections at once. Send connection requests at once went out.
So you had to put them in Gmail first? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I imported, I first had somebody build this list out, then I imported it into Gmail, then I connected Gmail with LinkedIn, hit connect to all my Gmails, and it does 2,500 at once.
Got it.
I call that the Gmail hack. It's not really a hack, but it's not meant for that. That's why I call it a hack. Whenever I do something, I do it in like a way that it's not meant for it. So if I click on more options, and then I click on the little Gmail button, more options, and I click on the little Gmail button, it's going to ask me to log in. And once it logs in, I'll show you what that looks like. Oh my God. Let's see if it logs in. Allow LinkedIn to see your stuff. Sure, you can see my contacts. And now what's going to happen is going to load all the contacts in my Gmail that I'm not connected to. So it knows who I'm connected to and who I'm not connected to. It knows who's on LinkedIn and who's not on LinkedIn. By the way, that's another hack. Another way you can see, if you have a list of emails, you can see who's actually on LinkedIn. So we found 2,500 people you know on LinkedIn. Do you want to just connect to all of them? So I press select all, and I'd be like, boom. And all of a sudden, pop, 2,500 people get a connection request. And I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, could you say that again? So LinkedIn, if they were already connected with them, it won't send them?
No, it can't. It's not going to send you a connection request to people that you're already connected to. It knows. That's why I did the whole calculation. So it goes through my thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that I've sent emails to in the past, or that are in my contacts, and it identifies the 2,500 that you're not yet connected to. And then, but these are all people that are on LinkedIn right now. So if you want to be able to have a list and to know who on that list has a LinkedIn account, because most people in the world don't have a LinkedIn account. If you want to know who on that list has a LinkedIn account, this is one way to see. Even if you have a smaller list, you can add that list to a Google account, and then you can sync it, and you can see who has a LinkedIn account and who doesn't. It's just, a way to check LinkedIn's API.
Really quickly, Joe, did you create another Gmail account to sort of manage all of this marketing stuff, separate from your regular business account, just to segregate it all?
I do have a few email addresses that I've created, to do different things. It depends on what I'm doing, but yes, I do have separate email addresses for separate things. But
thank you.
Yeah. Otherwise, things get a little crazy.
I also have, Joe, if I may, two quick questions. When we enter this detailed activity, on the address bar, and then we see people's posts and everything, do people get noticed as if we visited their profile? See that?
Yes, they do actually. If you look at here, by the way, you guys go look at my recent activity. Watch this. Click on this link. Let me go here. Oh, do I have to go? Somebody just sent me a message that I have to leave. Let me just quickly check. But click on that link real quick, and I'm going to check my recent activity. It doesn't always show up right away, but I'm going to see how long it takes to show up. Click on that link I just sent you guys. Let me see when my next call is. Okay, my next call is in 10 minutes, so I can still hang out with you guys for another couple minutes. But yeah, when you're looking at somebody's recent activity, even if you bypass their profile, so his question was, right? So I'm looking at Linda's profile here. So this registers as me looking at Linda's profile. But what if I do this? Would this register as me looking at Linda's profile? The answer is, in my experience, yes. It registers the profile view on their profile. Even if you didn't look at their profile and went straight to here. So